Well, we're on the road again. Sorry, Willie, didn't want to pinch your punchline. But yeah, we'll be listening to a bit of Willie and Waylon as we crank along here. We camped overnight and I dropped my mate Kai off with another mate up here. They're going to go around, look for a couple of pigs and maybe chase a barramundi. And I'm heading up about another 4 hours, 5 hours drive to a property where we'll start trapping for 14 days. Looking forward to it. Right, we're heading up one of the steepest ranges in the area. This range just goes and goes and goes. You end up down in first gear, in bog cog. We better grab for it now. Keep the revs up. This is a steep range, this one. It really is. You just got to get into it. Make sure you don't miss a gear. Okay, we've managed to get here in time to get unpacked and head out for a very late afternoon look around. I just want to see what tracks are here and get ready for the morning. It's just beautiful being out here. There's a lovely property here. These are some of my favourite graziers in this state. These guys do a great job on cattle and a fantastic job on cropping. A really balanced operation. Lovely. It's just great to see this sort of stuff. And that is unfortunately what the landowners here have to face up to all the time, every day, is Queensland or Australia's biggest so-called pest. I see them as a terrific resource as well. Kangaroo. They do just about more damage than anything else when it comes to agricultural production. Sit there, dog, sit. So come along here, I noticed some form of track. Come here and there's wallaby there. There's also a dog there. Skunks got out and he's marking. Good boy, righto. Up, up, go back. Up, 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 get up, up, up. I'm going to put one in there and I might put one over the other side here somewhere, probably a bit of scat or something in there. It could be the same dog, but it could be two dogs. We haven't got much time, so I think we'll just put two traps in here. Two of the best. Let's try, eh? Sit, just sit there. It's the first trap there. The ground was that hard there, I could not dig it. It was like cement, so I just built it up. I've actually dug just enough to get the chain in, and I put the trap on top of the hard ground, and I covered sand over and just built it up either side, so it's a little bit of a high spot. And the second trap I've put over here, it's just off the end of the log, and I just used a bit of scat on there, just a bit of reasonably fresh scat. Probably I'll put about 600 mil away from where the trap is, in case there's a dog that doesn't want to really commit and sort of standing there leaning in. There's a better chance. What do you think? Okay, let's go. Well, it's getting pretty dark, but yeah, we came out and we found dog tracks within the first probably 2 kilometres from the homestead. Let's get back and get the rest of our gear ready and be ready to start the program tomorrow morning. Beautiful time of night, it's about probably 18 degrees, 20 degrees. First morning on the job. Good morning, gang. How are ya? Hey, Mossy Moo. How you on, Mossy Moo? How you going? Morning. Hey, morning. It's a foggy old morning. It's not the best to go out and start in, but we'll poke over into some of this hill country for a start and see what sign we see there. Some nice thick country in here, Skunko. The landowner on this property has asked that we shoot every pig that we see. I had intended to do that anyway. Actually, the pigs are causing probably as much, if not more, damage than the dogs. We've come along this track. We might head back down this one. I want to cover a lot of ground at the moment and see where the main tracks are So we'll head up here and we'll try and find a place where we've got a lot of fresh tracks. And then we'll came down into this gully set, just drove through. And as I drove through, it's definitely a track there. Could be a second one with it. What do you reckon, Skunk? There seems to be more tracks now. We're getting further over here, there's more tracks. Also, a goanna's been through here, so I don't think I'll use a food base. Get back in the truck. Cool. What else? See the way he'll go around, he'll just search. Look for where they've been. Hunt him up. Hunt him up. Up. You better not be telling me lies. Right, we've come into this beautiful little hollow. Lovely little hollow. Natural spring. And straight away, look here. Old dog tracks. Pig has been lying there at some stage. This is definitely a place for a couple of traps. Just where to put them so they won't be wrecked by everything else that's coming in here. We've got to get them so that they're cattle and pig proof. But I think this will be a place where a dog will come through to, for sure. Okay, we'll go fishing again, put another trap here quickly. What we'll end up with is a circuit right around this side here, and it'll be good tomorrow to come through. And we've just dragged the bait scent all the way through. Let's see what comes on the line tomorrow. We'll see by the tracks where they're coming in from, and I think then we can sort of be more targeted with our where we put our traps. No, Brandon, you are not. It's a dead cow here, all right? Sit. I know what you would do. You would roll in it or eat it. No. A bit grizzly, but interesting to see whether anything has been touching it. This is the sort of thing that the pigs really get into. And you put traps around here that they'll all get wrecked, but I think it's worth having one off to one side here, probably about 5 metres off it. If there's a dog coming up along this track, there's a good chance that it'll come in and inspect this anyway. Right, another beautiful little creek. Sit, dogs, sit. A great place to put our last trap. Go back to the house now and grab some more traps, a bite to eat, and we'll go and check the 2 traps we put in last night. We love our drop bears, but when they go to cross the road, especially when it's as busy as it is here now, yeah, you end up getting them skittled. They get run over, the poor little buggers, all the time. So what they've done is they've put up this koala-proof fencing, and it's designed so that it channels the bears and whatever else wants to travel through. It channels them through in under these bridges, so the traffic can go over the top, and hopefully the bears go, or most of them go in underneath. But it doesn't always work. Unfortunately, we get still quite a few run over on the roads. But it is also a place where the dingoes can channel through. What I see it does as well is when you get a bear comes up on that fence and he's trying to get through, like he's not up in a tree, he's got to be on the ground, and he's trying to get through that fence and he can't get through, and he's walking along that fence trying to find a pass through to go across the other side of the road. If there's a dingo kicking around, well, he's fair game. So it works both ways. It helps them, but it also kills them as well. There's no easy solution to a lot of these problems. Well, we're just heading up now towards the 2 traps we put in late last night, late yesterday afternoon, I should say. And see what's been there. Just interesting to see what tracks are on the road here. Doesn't look like any go to the top of theirs. Nothing. We've got the new recruit, the Mossy Moo. I think she'll be a top class little dog, this one. She's so keen. Don't you move. The Mozzie. Righto, we've come up to the top of this range here. There's like a bit of a saddle here. Road drops over the top here. And this spur runs all the way along to that big hill there. So it's the sort of place I'd expect a dog to come down, feeding down. So good water down here. Cattle, calves down there. Well, this is a situation where you've got to just try and create something, make something happen. The cattle will probably wreck everything I put out here. So what I've tried to do is make this like a dig hole. I've dug out the bank, put some fat in there, down below it, where all the dirt sort of pools. I've dug out and put the trap there and had it so it looks like a bandicoot or something like that has dug into the bank, goanna, and dug the dirt out. And it's like a little platform that a dog can come along here and hopefully put its foot up on that platform to try and put its nose at that dig hole. I put the branch over the top there. With a bit of luck, it'll make sure the dog comes around this side, and it might just stop the cattle from walking over the top of it, and it might just keep it safe. Maybe. Fingers crossed. Well, we've been driving for probably the best part of 2 hours now on some pretty handy tracks, and I haven't seen any dog sign until just now. Yep, we've got tracks of, I reckon, 2 dogs have come through here a few days ago. Right, so I might set up down this little gully down here. Looks like a good spot. And yeah, it's been dusty. Dusty, it's dry. Quite a few cows and calves in here. I expected more sign, but anyway. It'll be interesting to see. We're towing a drag behind us and leaving scent on the road. Over the next couple of days, it'll be interesting to see just what sign comes onto the road. I feel like going home and having a good shower. Just the amount of dust today. Righto, this is day 2. We got 21 traps in yesterday, and we've moved over to the second property, and we'll just try and put about 14 or 15 traps in this morning, then go back over and check the ones that we've already got. Foggy morning, just look for tracks at the moment, see if anything's been on these sandy roads overnight. There's a track of a dog here. This one here where it's actually going right across all the vehicle tracks. I reckon that dog was on the road here and he heard me coming. He's got to here and he's turned around and he's walked back. Yeah. What do you think, Skunk? The dog's been over there too. He did walk over here and mark. Righto, mark there, Skunk. Good boy. Yeah, I reckon he's heard me coming and he's headed off. You're giving that one a good mark, aren't you? Righto, we might put a trap in there. I think there's only a couple of bulls just down here, so there's not a lot of cattle traffic through this gully. So what I think I'll do is set a trap here, just off to one side a little bit, and just rope it down to this dead branch, because this looks like a big dog, big track. I think probably a big male dog or a big female, so they should respond to a dominant sort of dog urine. So I'll use that, but I'll probably put something else on the road, probably a little bit of like that horse's hoof liquid that I've boiled down. I'll just put that on the road just to get this dog to pull up. If he walks through here, I want him to pull up and have a really good look in this area. I know, I'm talking to myself, okay? Don't look so puzzled, no. This is a lovely spot for a dog to come down, in around the dam here, around the cattle. But how do you get a trap to stay active in amongst all these thugs? Because they're going to just wreck everything. Last time, probably about 4 years ago when I trapped this, might have been 5 years ago, I set a trap over on the dam wall on the other side here, and I caught a big black dog, really black, just a little bit of tan in its eyes. But yeah, it was a major sort of catch, that one, because it was one of the big sort of pack leaders. I think we ended up getting 8 dogs, all the same colour, all big black and tan ones out of this area. But that was sort of, I think, the pack leader. We'll get a trap to survive in there somehow. Yeah, quite often people have a go at me for the way my guns look, and that's understandable. Most of the time I'm not happy with it myself, but you look at the dust that's kicking up behind us, and I'm going slow. I'm driving slow. And when it's dry here, everything is just dust. The McGhie makeup. It's hard to see if there's any tracks on this line here, because they've come through here with the truck carrying the dry lick. But no, here's one right here. Yep, the dog's been through there. This looks like a likely spot here. We'll get a trap in there, lad. We've just come down into this beautiful, beautiful little gully, and Skunk was out of the truck straight away, showing a lot of interest. There's tracks over here, track there. I reckon we'll try and trap on each side. What's he got there? He's got his nose up. We'll trap on that lead in, probably over on the other side here. And I'll put one on this bank. This looks like a place where you could have a pack come through. I think this is a really good spot. Sort of place that you'd pick up a pack of dogs. You know, there might be 3 or 4 kicking through here. And I've had it in the past. I think the best I've done is 4 into one hit. You know, you come here and, you know, come to a place like this and there'll be a dog just about in every trap, if you get the right circumstance. 3 traps in here. That's the first one. Put the guard up, hopefully to keep the cattle off. I dug a little bit of a stick in the bank there and put the trap just on the top side with my scent up on the bank and a little bit of scent on the back of that tree, hoping the dog will come up like that to try and sniff at it, to reach out. I didn't worry about one down there at the moment. I think I'll just go with this. I've got another one over here. I brought in 2 sticks to try and keep the cattle away. A little bit of dominant dog urine on that little bush, and set the trap between the 2. Hopefully cattle will leave it alone. The third one is just on the side of that branch, that lying down branch there. Somewhere, again, hopefully cattle won't walk in too close, and I've got fat in there, rancid fat. So we've got 3 different directions that the dogs can come in if they're following the tracks, and a good meeting place. There'll be water down this gully somewhere, so I've got a good feeling about this. Let's see what happens. Okay. She's getting dusty. I think there could be a pig here, do you? Beautiful bit of Aussie scenery there. Cattle coming into water, windmills and pumps, dry dust. This is what it's all about in this country, unfortunately. It's not the easiest place to live. What are you looking at, Brandon? Hey, what are you looking at, mate? Okay, we've come down here now into this last little creek crossing. a little bit of water here. And up on the approach here, I saw a set of dog tracks, only one track, but there's something's come down here overnight. So I think I'll put something where the cattle can't get at it, probably up under this snaggy tree here somewhere. We'll find a good place and get a trap in there. That'll be the last one here now. Then we'll go over and check all the ones that we put in yesterday. And we can put some more traps out here tomorrow when we get back. All good. That's a dozen traps we've got in this morning. And yeah, I feel quite hopeful about this other property here now. Let's get this one done and race back and check the other ones. Right, we grabbed a bite to eat very quickly, grabbed another coffee, and we checked our first two traps on this line. Nothing, not even a track on the road. Hey mama. One thing about these big Brahman cows, they usually have little tiny calves. No calving problems, or very, very little. Those little guys grow really fast, but at this stage, all they are to a dingo is a snack pack. Luckily, the mothers are very protective, but there's only a certain amount they can do. Yeah, and all those people that criticise and say, oh, we should be leaving the dingoes alone. Righto, if any of you have a steak, even eat a bit of chicken or pork, right? Eat a bit of mince, anything, then you're a bloody hypocrite. Pull your heads in. Been a long day. Anyway, we'll close in down here now on this next trap set. This is one that I really did think I was going to do some good at. Well. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this, Mossy. Mossy, look, Moss. Got a dog. First dog. That's a big hard-headed dog, that one. Yep, older dog by the looks. Oh, I don't know whether we can see through this thing. I had a pretty good feeling about this trap set here, but I do think that there's more than just this one on this line. I wouldn't be surprised we've got another dog up here today. Remember, I just put a little bit of fat at the base of this. Good girl. That's a big old dog, this fella. And only just caught by 2 toes. And that still held him. Foot's not swollen. Big old rough-headed, multicoloured dog. Look at that. Got every colour in him. Got black, white, ginger. He's fluffy. A lot of white through him. Big old male dog. His teeth are worn down. Righto, that's a good start. Let's keep going. See what else is there. I'll set this right back in the same place, and with a bit of luck, we might have a second dog here. What I'll do is I'll probably try and put a second trap in here now in case there's, another 2 in this pack. We might not have time. Let's just get it done.